Well, howdy there, folks. John Pelham again. Um, Thought I'd do something today that I've been thinking about for a while. A few months ago, one of the pastors um, did a piece called Saint Teresa's Prayer, and the words were so um, simple and meaningful to me that I did what I sometimes do. I went home and I wrote a little poem from the prayer in words that Hank, the cow boss, would use with his crew. And so I'm gonna do that for you here in a moment. But before I do that, I thought I'm not familiar much with this person that's been called Mother Teresa, and so I did a little Google research on her, and I found a few things, a couple of things I'd share with you. Saint Teresa of Avila was the first of only 4 women to have been named Doctor of the Church. Her ascetic doctrine and Carmelite reforms helped shape Roman Catholic contemplative life, and her writings on the Christian soul's journey to God are considered masterpieces. She also is known as the patron saint of chess players, lace makers, loss of parents, people in need of grace, people in religious orders, people ridiculed for their piety, and those who are sick. So, St. Teresa's Prayer, as told by Hank the cow boss. Well, in previous stories, if you followed along, you've learned of Hank's faith journey and such. He's learned about the Sermon on the Mount and the Beatitudes, and he just can't seem to get too much. Recently, the circuit riding preacher came by and had a passage that was to Hank beautiful and new. He loved its meaning and message so much that he couldn't wait to share it with his crew. So after evening chow, they've assembled, and Hank is getting ready to discuss and share a beautiful passage brought by the parson, a piece called St. Teresa's Prayer. So, Hank says, by way of getting started, may peace be in your heart today and for every day, and you got to trust the Lord that right here is where you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to stay. And don't never forget there's a bunch more you can do in your life of others if what you're doing is born out of faith and not what you think is wanted by your brothers. Now, God's give y'all lots of good gifts. And the biggest thing that he expects you to do is to do everything possible to pass on the love that he's given so graciously to you. Now, y'all know that you're the blessed children of God because we've talked about it a lot right here. None of us did a thing to deserve it or merit, just that it's his blessing to us that we ought to share. Now, this last passage is one I really want y'all to hear, pay attention to, and take into your heart, because it sure enough sums it all up in a real neat package and tells you what you need to do your part. Let this presence settle into your very bones, and let your soul be free to sing, dance, and praise. And above it all, like we've said lots of times, love like you've not loved before in all your days. And boy, said Hank as he concludes the prayer, she says something very profound and so true. God's love, presence, possibilities, and gifts are always there for each and every one of you. Now, folks, I just find those words to be speaking to us, speaking to me. They're very simple, but very profound. And I hope that as you think about them, that you'll find them to be true also. Thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you the next time. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.